Do you have a hard time singing in tune? Do you think you are singing in tune, and then when you listen back to your recording, you realize that you actually weren't? So watch this video because I'll be covering a lot of important information about this.
Dare to climb boldly, brave that high peak. You'll never know failure if bravely you seek.
There are many reasons why singers don't sing in tune, and the first and most obvious one, which I won't go too much into, is lack of training. Obviously, if you don't know how to use the instrument and you want to reproduce a sound that you hear inside in a particular way, sometimes you can't, not because your pitch is not good or your perception of that sound is not good, but because your instrument is not able to do it because of some mechanical issues. Now, this is something that obviously can be corrected by getting vocal training, and this is the most obvious thing. However, what I want to talk about is an issue that is actually very, very common among singers, even singers who have good training, and that is the inability sometimes to sing really on pitch. Like sometimes singers in the recording studio, they have to repeat something over and over just because there's something that is not quite there and they need to be really doing it right. And sometimes they're not even aware that that's happening. Somebody has to point it out to them that no, that note is not quite there. So how do you develop a pitch and a perception of the distance between notes when you're singing that is so sensitive and so precise that basically you almost never sing out of pitch, out of tune? So in my own experience with my own learning and also in teaching others, I realized that the problem often lies in the ear and not in the voice. So what I mean by this is that if we hear a melody, or even let's say something simpler, even a scale, and we think we know exactly where the notes are, but if we played that same melody on a keyboard, for example, which has fixed pitch, so that we can say that the pitch of a keyboard is pretty good and reliable, and we play it and we try to match perfectly each note that we're playing, often we realize that, there's a little bit of a discrepancy between what I'm singing and what I'm playing. And I thought my note was right, but I guess it wasn't quite there. And so one of the best ways to correct your pitch is pick the song that you want to sing and record it very slowly on the keyboard or have someone do it for you. So don't try to sing and play together first, just play and record it very slowly. And then listen back and sing along with the recording and try to consciously match precisely as you can each note pitch-wise so that what you're singing matches as closely as possible what you hear. And in doing this, gradually your ear becomes more and more sensitive to the point where it's so sensitive, and this is a little bit of a side effect, but you become so sensitive to pitch that whenever you hear something off, you literally cringe. It just bothers you so much. It's a nice problem to have because that makes your pitch really, really good. Most people actually have relatively good pitch when they sing. It's just that there's a difference between good pitch and really good pitch. And in order to go from one to the other, if you want to sing and sing well, you need to have good pitch. Because maybe 80% of the people in the audience don't notice if you don't sing on pitch, but I assure you, if there's a musician in the audience, they won't be able to stand it. So you have to really sing on pitch. And so this kind of work where you train your ear gradually day by day to match more and more closely the notes that you play on an instrument with fixed intonation is critical. I have been working for a few months now actually on a course that is all about this. It's about developing like I don't know, bulletproof pitch so that you're able to sing and really match the notes that you have to sing perfectly. And it takes some patience, some discipline. This I put in my preface of the course that this is not for the faint of heart. You know, this is a course for intermediate to advanced singers who have mastered their vocal technique, but they still don't quite have that ingrained, perfectly set pitch, and so they could really benefit from this. So you will be hearing more about this course because I'm still working on it and it's not quite ready. But anyways, the point I want to make here is if you can play keyboard, have someone do it for you, but record your song slowly, and then sing along. Try to match each note perfectly. And do this for a few days in a row until you hear that your voice is capable of, boom, going to the right pitch more quickly. Then you can gradually increase the speed. This process might take a few months. It's not something that you do and boom, I corrected my pitch. Do this for every song that you want to sing, and especially the ones that you feel are maybe a little challenging, and do it over a period of time, and then you'll see that gradually your ear will become more and more sensitive. There's a lot more that I could say about this, but this could give you a good head start on how to correct your pitch. And just try it and let me know how it goes. Please post some comments below, especially because I'm creating this course. I would really appreciate feedback and you trying to do this. So thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful, and please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future videos.